Green skin, purple hair. He's a sight to behold, generic troll. The internet something gold. Keyboard in hand, he's got something to say. On a mission to troll, gonna cause some dismay. In the World Wide Web, he finds his delight, leaving comments in the dead of the night. British American, he's got a wicked style, kind and loyal, but his intentions quite wild. Jumps on YouTube, keen on the stream, spreading havoc, filling his wildest dreams with a mischievous grin. He throws shade without care, bringing laughter and chaos everywhere.
My viewers on GT from the generic troll.
Hey everybody, good Thursday morning if you're on the East Coast, and if you're on Central Time and everywhere else, happy Wednesday evening. Welcome to the Generic Troll channel. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. A great stream by Marilyn Mike. Great to see Rich Life on. Big shout out to Jason, Kathy, Her Royal Highness Eva Elizabeth. I'll just call you HRH. We got Kathy, we got Rainy Rena. Yeah, so I deleted my Discord probably about a month or two ago. I just had enough of Discord, to be honest, and I just wanted to take a break from it. So I do have a personal Discord that I use for gaming, but anything to do with generic troll brand or name or whatever you want to call it, I don't even bother with it no more. So yeah, that's why but it took you a few days ago to notice. That's so funny. It just shows you how popular I am on here, that people don't even notice my Discord's gone to a couple of days ago. But yeah, it's definitely been gone for a while. So I don't know. I just wasn't enjoying it no more. And I just thought it was getting a little bit too toxic and stuff. So I decided to get rid of the old Discord. Oh, it's good. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with taking a break, or walking away from shit, because there's times where I've needed a break from YouTube for mental reasons too, or just because I've had enough, or because I'm sick of the same old shite, or sometimes it's because I just had enough and I got nothing to say to nobody, and I'm just not in the mood for it, or you just lose your passion to stream. So that happens as well. So I definitely understand, taking a break. But I am so happy to see you, and good to see you in the side chat. Hope things are going well for you. I'm doing good. Had a little bit of dodgy weather, awful weather. Finally, it's starting to get a lot better now, and hopefully it will stay that it will stay that way. Not much been happening in GT land. Being pretty quiet. Moki's doing good. She's sleeping at the moment until I make a noise, and she'll probably start yapping and barking, yap 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 yap, bark bark bark, bark 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 bark. But yeah, honestly, this, you just have to take a break from this community sometimes. It just, honestly, it gets too much. I mean, I'm glad I'm not. Hey, Isaac, I mean, I'm glad I'm not like Mark Terry, who's addicted to YouTube and has to stream every single aspect of their life, and the whole life revolves around YouTube. So I'm definitely not one of those people. You know, I do have a life, and I do like to go outside occasionally and touch grass. Well, I've got to touch grass every day because I've got to take Moki poos for a bloody daily. I got to take Moki poos for a daily walk. Anyway, if anyone wants to come up, open panel, the link is posted because I ain't got a bloody clue what I'm talking about. I just thought I'd do a late night insomniac stream because my sleep pattern is still friggin' screwed, and I'm not I'm not being waking up till like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The good news is I did wake up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon today, so I'm getting there a little bit better. But boy, is my sleep pattern boy, is my sleep pattern messed up. I hate having a shitty ass messed up sleep pattern. But yeah, definitely, definitely doing good. Anyway, what's been what's been happening around what's been happening around the community? Um, I hear Nelly's taking a break. I'm definitely sure he's not taking he's not taking a break, as in taking a break off YouTube completely. I'm sure he's lurking around and being nosy and stuff because these people, you know how it is. Some of these people, when they take a break, they just cannot keep off. They cannot keep off YouTube. And of course, Mark Terry, um, he made a YouTube post and Twitter post. I'm taking a break. I'm recovering from a car accident. Um, well, you're full of Mark's full of crap anyway. Because what can I say about Mark? He's like he's so addicted to YouTube, and then for someone to have all these injuries in a car wreck, like hey Twitter G, but for someone to have all those injuries in a car wreck, he's sure been like he definitely doesn't sound in pain. He definitely doesn't sound miserable because I've had issues with ribs before. I had a really bad cough, and it did something to my rib, and I was in complete pain. I was completely miserable, and yeah, every time I coughed, my bloody ribs hurt. And there's no way in that, there's no way in that condition I could have coughed. I got prescribed, hydrocodone. That shit just relaxes me and chills me. It doesn't knock me out or nothing. I just feel so relaxed when I take like a, narcotic pain pill. I don't see why, I don't see the enjoyment of being addicted to them or anything. They just chill me. They just relax me out. But for someone claiming to be in recovery and doing this and doing that, he definitely does not sound like he's in any pain or any discomfort or anything. It's amazing how you can just do all these big long streams and stuff and do this and do that and do every and do every and do everything else, which is typical. Yeah, exactly. That's what happened to me, Trisha G. I had a bad cough one time. I hurt my bloody ribs, and I had to go to urgent care. Urgent care was very nice. Said, yeah, you probably done something to one of your ribs, and yeah, we're just gonna give you something, and give you a muscle relaxer, and just rest and take it easy. Exactly. He didn't even require, he didn't even require a band-aid. I bet you they just gave him morphine. I wonder if they gave him morphine down in RV and sent him away packing, which is kind of interesting because like he was about 60, he was about an hour and a half, hour and a half drive from the accident from Muscle Shores. So he must have, he traveled somewhere. So some poor person or some poor family member must have had to go all the way to Huntsville and pick him up for any accident. But I'm just saying, the guy's full of shit. Oh, I'm trolling, I'm full of shit, I'm trolling. Yeah, he said in my live that he fell in the shower and broke his arm and some ribs. I mean, I know. Okay, the older, I know. The older we get, the more susceptible, the more our bones get injured and shit, and the more the more we get injured and everything else. But come on, that guy is full of that guy is full of shit. He's full of the guy wouldn't even know the truth or anything. I mean, I've been in a car wreck in England. I was a passenger. It was on the motorway or interstate. I think a car. I don't remember. I remember some car drove in the back of. I remember either we hit a car or a car drove in the back of us. I think the car drove in the back of us. I was in a little bit of shock, and I just got I got neck pain and stuff, and I got checked out. I was okay, and but yeah, he's definitely typing. He's definitely typing good from an injured man from a car crash. It's just like it's just like the homeless scam with him. Homeless scam, homeless scam, homeless scam. But yeah, I mean, he was supposed to be. Yeah, I mean, he was supposed to be taking a break from YouTube. And here he is sitting there, sitting there in German lady's side chat today, and then he was in Marilyn Mike's side chat as well. So he was here and there and everywhere. Hey Maxine, welcome to the channel. Thank you for popping in. Hope you're doing well. Once again, it's an open panel. If anybody wants to come up, you're more than welcome. You guys could share this out as well. That I would really appreciate that too. So, but yeah. So yeah, I would definitely appreciate that. I haven't been on YouTube this week. Is Mark still a stupid dumb face? Is the Pope Catholic? Of course he's a stupid dumb face. Nothing ever changes with Mark. Nothing changes whatsoever. You know how it is. Nothing changes with that guy whatsoever. Just a normal day in the YouTube lands, to be honest. That's the best I can tell you. So yeah, Cactus came back, and as you guys probably know, stuff's been kind of toxic between me and Cactus, and all this other shit went on back in January. So yeah, I did pop in this side chat just to get, well, the first reason was to get a reaction, just to see what happened, not to cause no trouble or anything. And one of the reasons why was because, a lot of people I get on with, a lot of my friends in here were actually in Cactus's side chat. He didn't ban me. But, are we going to make up? I don't know yet. But I'm not going to do, I think things just got really out of hand and too much. So, I'm just gonna, Cactus is welcome here. I ain't got no problem with him being here. I just don't, I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. But if we can, would the friendship be fixed? I don't know. But I just don't want shit being toxic again. A lot of toxic shit got said that shouldn't have been said on both sides, and shit got done that shouldn't have happened, and this and that and that. So I just wanted to give you guys my input on the Cactus situation. It's nice to have him going alive again, because it's not Mark Terry. And that's one of the most important things is we need other people to go live who's not Mark. Because you've got the whole John Camillo scandal with the whole Kamisha shit, and Mark Terry being disgusting and vile as usual. So yeah, it's definitely not a good thing. And of course, yeah, it's a lot how thing. So yeah, sorry man. I hope it wasn't going to be the same. No, you're fine. No, Twisted G. There's gonna be no toxic shit between me and Cactus. I just don't, I'm just taking things very slowly and carefully at the moment. That's the best way to describe it. To be honest, I just don't want to. I just don't want shit to get toxic again, and I just don't want to deal with the freaking shouting and the arguments and all the vile shit and toxic shit and that and nasty shit. So we'll just see how, we're just gonna see how things go, and just take it from there. Just take it from there. That's the best. That's the best things. That's the best thing I can do. Oh God, it's pissing down again. That's gonna be pissing down all night now. I've had enough of this bloody. I've had enough of this bloody wet weather. Um, you okay? So we have failed Kamisha, and I feel like garbage because of it. The problem is, I know Kamisha's on the spectrum, and I know she's got some, and the problem is you can't babysit these people, and that's the biggest problem. You can't babysit. She's the one who wants to get involved with Dave 25, and we all know what a loser Dave 25 is. You know, he's 26, 27 years old. He's been denied for disability at SSI. And in my hey Abyss, welcome to the channel. And in my opinion, Dave 25, if Dave 25 can sit on a YouTube stream, he's capable of doing a work from home job, whether it be doing online chat or doing customer care. He's just lazy, and he wants. Yeah, well, we can definitely put the abusers on blast. Definitely. You know, you know, Dave 25 treats Kamisha like shit. Camilla was involved. Mark Terry's been Mark Terry's been disgusting and vile. We got a certain man baby who talks about sick file stuff every time that man baby goes live. So yeah, it happened. Exactly. So yeah, we can all that's all we can do. But unfortunately, the problem is HRH is we don't have the power. We don't have the power to protect Kamisha. We can't do we can't do anything to stop her from talking to Dave 25. And she's always gonna come back to him. And it's the same, it's the same as pancakes or whatever, panky, whatever. I call him pancakes. It's the same, it's the same with him as well. We can't, we can't babysit him. His dad can tell him to go off the internet, but when you got other people making him do 911 calls and doing SWAT calls and doing this and calling fire engines to Beg's house, that's we can't, we can't, we can't stop, we can't stop these people. It's the same, same as Donovan. Donovan has his own channel. And Donovan's been in Discord servers with suspect people, speaking to underage people. Problem is we don't know whether he's lying or telling the truth, but he has his own channel now where he can do his own stuff. He can go, he can go and do his tomato ketchup sauce challenge on his forehead on his own channel. He's more than welcome to. He's allowed to do that. It's his channel. I mean, it was not. I know people used to give them stick when Tina was around and stuff, but at least Tina kept him a little bit under. At least Tina kept him a little bit under control. He was in some kind of restaurant. I don't know whether he's working at a Wendy's fast food restaurant or so. Yeah, they are exactly. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the problem is, Mark. It's like Turtle. How many times has Turtle and Mark Terry fallen out? But all these people go back to Mark's. all these people, Kamisha keeps going back. Kamisha keeps going back to day 25. They FaceTime they FaceTime on camera all the time. So God knows, God knows what day 25 is doing on camera with her. And if she's doing anything, day 25 is more than likely going to be taking screenshots. Day 25 is the most vile, of one of the most vilest, laziest human beings I've ever known. Once again, if anyone wants to come up and yell at me, shout at me if you hate me, please come up. You're more anyone, long, as long as you're not on the ban list, you're more than welcome to come up on panel and stuff. But yeah, and and the same, it's the same. People always, people always come, people always come back. Yeah. Well, the old saying, Trisha, a leopard can't change, a leopard can't change its spots. Mark's always gonna be Mark. And if Mark wasn't such a, if Mark wasn't such a dickhead, a liar or a scammer, or didn't have all these issues and stuff, he could have done, he could have done really well on this platform, because he's an, he's an entertainer. He can get a panel going, he can get a channel going. But the problem is, it's just all this, it's all the whole, it's just the whole, it's just everything he's done, all the scamming and all the lying, and the whole, his whole dad situation, and the whole, all the other charges. It's just not, and the whole fake preacher shit. No, it's just not, it's just not my cup of tea. I won't even. You'll never see, you'll never see me over there. And it's same as the man babies too. You will never see me over in his channel as well. You definitely won't see me, in them, you won't see me there. I won't click on, I won't click on his link. I won't go there. I won't support him. It's fine. No problem. But yeah, so yeah, Abyss, I get it. You tried with Donovan. We've all tried with Donovan. I mean, he's very, he's very, yeah, exactly. Mark, yeah, Mark destroyed. Yeah, Mark destroyed his channel. I mean, how many channels has Mark destroyed? Yeah, and that's the problem. He destroyed his own channel. He's lost his monetization, and the only thing he's got for him now is his his Cash App, and his Cash App, and his Cash App and his PayPal. And the problem with people like Mark is they're here, they're not here. Hey Takai, good to see you, man. The problem with Mark is he's not here just to chill and chat with friends. He's here for the dollars. He's here for the, he's here for the money. He's here for the Cash Apps. He's here, he's here for the PayPals. He's here for the Vimos. He's here for the suit. When he had monetization, he's here for the, ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. I'm just here just to chill with you guys. I'm just here because I can't, I'm here live tonight, because I can't sleep. That's why I'm here. I'm here just to give you guys somewhere to go and chill and and just, do whatever. That's why I'm here for you. I'm not, I don't, I'm not, I'm not here for, I'm not here for the money. I don't give, I don't care. I don't give, I don't give two shits for the money, and that's the truth. Nelly, Nelly keeps talking about him getting monetized and doing this and doing that. The guy couldn't even keep monetization for 24 hours. But these people think, they're gonna make the money. They're gonna make, they're gonna make all this money, and they're gonna do this, and they're gonna do that, and they're gonna do that. That's Mark. Yeah, that's Mark. That's Mark for you. He would do anything. Mark would sell his soul for sausage and biscuit money. and that's the and that's the big that's the biggest problem with Mark. I mean, he must have had he had the we all know when he was in jail last year, he had the DTs from jail. He would have been sitting there in his cell going, "Woo! 320 people in the jail. Woo! Lights and colors, lights out, lights and colors." But I told it's just it's just it's just it's the same it's the same old it's the same old shit with him. He was doing that gig in the restaurants. He's like a one trick pony. Plays the same old songs, and it's like the oh no, Takai, 1,000-piece puzzle and it's missing 3 pieces. I'm sure if you can take a picture and get in contact with the manufacturer, I'm sure they should be able to. I'm sure they'd be able. I'm sure they'd be able to send it to you. So I hope that happens for you. That they do send it. That you do get to do the pieces. But yeah, I have not done it. I have not done a jigsaw. Hey Mills, how's it going? Did you hide your channel, Mills? Because it shows me you've lost your wrench. Let me get your wrench back. It's happened. It's happened to a few. It's happened to a few. It's happened to a few people. Few people have actually lost out. Is that a new channel, Mills? Oh, hopefully they sort you out. Hopefully they sort you out, Takai. Hopefully you'll get the freaking. Hopefully you'll get the bloody puzzle sorted and they give you the bloody pieces back, because that's so frustrating when you do a freaking jigsaw puzzle. And yeah. Let me give Mills. This is a different Mills account, so let me put a wrench anyway. I mean, they're not like they're gonna rogue mark me because nobody can. There we go. Ah, okay. That makes sense, Mills. Hope you were doing well, and I hope Dicked with Dave was doing good as well. I just gave you a wrench as well. Oh, that's cool. Murder mystery puzzle. I've never had it done, but that does sound fun. But anyway, I was saying about Mark being a one trick pony, the same old shit. It's like he sings the same 10. He sings the same 10 songs. I mean, I don't know how well his singing went in the restaurant, but to me, he was like sitting down singing in that restaurant, and it just looked so unprofessional. It just looked so unprofessional to me. When I see the clip of it, because people would send me a clip or, "Hey, Mark's doing this," or "So and so's doing that," and of course, it's great. It's great to see Stewie Black clipping as well. Because there's times where I would rather give Stewie a view on what's been happening than give us a certain individual a clip, a view. To be honest, it's a lot more. It's a lot more fun. But talking about Mark being a one trick pony and it's the same old shite, same old. I was going to say as well. It's the same with it's the same with the Beg show too. Beg. I mean, Beggs is so boring, just sitting there playing that friggin' electric bloody guitar in the garage to the same old, same old, same old. There's no variety. There's no fun. There's no interaction with the audience, and all we know is is light me up, show me love, cool, same old, it's just same old freaking. It's the same old crap. I could only listen to Beggs for about 2 minutes, and I guess I get sick of it. Oh yeah. He's got to take time off YouTube and what's happening with his new singing gig. Yeah. He signed to Capitol Records as Anthony Terry. But what's really funny is there's already a singer called Anthony Terry who signed up with a record label, and yeah. So he's kind of screwed there. So yeah, he ain't signed up to no freaking record deal. God, he just I swear. But I'm trolling. Let's have a look at the chat anyway. And once again, if anybody wants to come up, link is posted. Would have 'cause I ain't got a bloody clue what I'm gonna bloody talk about yet. But there we go. Let's have a look. Has anyone ever heard of Beanie Babies? Like Beanie Babies, just really gross, and I demented. I love them. I used to collect them. Oh, that's so sweet. Definitely great. Definitely great. Definitely great memories. Yeah, yeah. A major record label. I mean, he's so full, he's so full of shit. I could do a duet with Boston Girl Bridget, me and her singing live, we could do a bunch of songs, record them on YouTube, and we could, we could, put ourselves on Spotify and Apple Music and YouTube Music, and we could make our own CDs and order our own vinyl records and sell them. But unless you're a big major records, big major person, there's no money to be made with record deals no more, because everything is digital. People can self manage, people can self produce, and a lot of these artists too, when their songs get played, they're getting paid. They're making pennies. If you're an art, if you're like an artist, say a 1980s artist, and you've got songs on stream, on Spotify, for example, you're only going to make pennies and pennies and pennies and pennies. You're going to make more money. You're going to make more money playing live. More money going live, and more money. I mean, more money promoting yourself. I mean, when was the last time? I collect vinyl records, and this stuff. There's times I will buy an album on vinyl. But it doesn't tend to be new music. It'll be like it'll be me going to the flea market and looking at secondhand records, or it'll be me, if something gets released on vinyl and it's an album I can't find, or it's too expensive in the secondhand market, and then I'll buy it. But I have not bought a CD for years. I haven't even bought a physical DVD for years either, or a Blu-ray. I mean, when my internet was down couple of months ago, and I wasn't on much. I was watching Blu-rays that I purchased about 10, 15 years ago that never been opened, because I needed something just to keep me entertained, because I was on cellular data, and I needed something to do to keep me, just to keep me busy, keep me entertained, and when I wasn't doing other stuff. But honestly, I've not bought a CD for years. I haven't bought, and I'm sure people in the side chat too, they haven't purchased shit for, they haven't purchased anything. They haven't purchased anything for years. I'm sure you guys haven't purchased anything for years as well. Oh, Dracula, a good 40 puzzles. Is that like a leg? I don't know. I mean, the only thing I like building is Legos. I haven't even built Lego. I used to have Legos when I was a kid, and I haven't touched Legos for years. 3D, D. Of course, and exactly, HOH. He uses "I was trying" to cover his lies. I'm trolling, I'm trolling, and that's all it is. But oh my god, yeah. And it's just like somebody else when they talk a bunch of random shit or vile disgusting stuff. It wasn't me. It's a character. It's a it's a character. It's a character I created. So, if I wanted to say some vile disgusting stuff, it wasn't me. It was my character, Generic Troll. It was GT. It was the generic, it was the generic troll. It was my character. That's the one who did it. It wasn't, it was, yeah. So yeah. So I can come on here now and tell a bunch of lies and say, I was just trolling you. I'm just trolling you. It was my character. I didn't call you a B word. Really, it was my character. It was a generic troll. It wasn't me. I'm just the guy. I'm just the guy who hides behind the character. The generic troll. You know, I'm just some guy. So, oh yeah, I was going to say as well. Earlier on, Lisa Linlin went live, and she told me, Lisa Linlin told me that she liked my voice. She said I had a good voice for radio. I think she was trying to say I had a sexy voice in a nice way. And then she was guessing what I looked like. So she started saying that she bet I was blonde haired, I was tall, and I had blue eyes. So I said, well, I'm 6'2". I do have blue eyes, but I'm not blonde though. I said I've got very, I've got very dark brown hair. So yeah, she tried to guess, she tried to guess what I look like. So I mean, it's just it happens. There's people we chat to on here. We've never seen their picture. We've never seen what they look like, and they talk about things, or they describe a place. And we all have we all have it in our we all have it in our mind, in our face, what in our mind, what what people look like. And and then and a good example is Nelson Green. When I first had Nelson Green on YouTube, I thought he was a 60-year-old man. I thought he was like Ken's age, Mr. Perfect's age. I really, I really thought, I really thought he was honestly, I thought he was a freaking old man, six, 60, a 60-year-old man. Well, I've almost got black hair. I mean, my hair is very, very dark brown. So, yeah, you could pass for black because my mom has brown hair, and my dad has kind of black hair. So, but yeah, I have very dark brown hair, very dark brown. So, and I have blue eyes, and I'm 6'2". There you go. So, and I didn't, and I got like size 13 bloody feet. I got bloody big feet. I have the biggest feet in my family. I swear. I mean, I'm taller than my mom, and I'm taller than my dad. But yeah, I'm the bloody, I'm the tallest. I'm the tallest, biggest one. I just have it cut. I just have it cut short. To be honest, I wouldn't call it a business cut. I just have it short. I mean, I've had some crazy hairstyles. When I was growing up in the 1980s, I used to have like spiked hair. Spiked hair was in fashion when I was in school in the late 90s, in the mid 80s, 1980s. And then I used to have, I don't know if you guys have that haircut here in the States or not, but it was called a flat top. So I used to have, I used to have a flat top back in the 1980s. No beard. I've grown a beard before. I hate it. Oh my god, I detest having a beard. But there was a time. There's been times where I've not shaved for a couple of weeks. I just couldn't be bothered shaving. And probably because I haven't felt up to it as well. I haven't been feeling good, or my nose has been really bad. And so yeah, I've grown beards before because I just hate shaving sometimes. And the worst part is shaving that son of a bloody thing off. I hate bloody. Oh my god, I hate beards, and I hate shaving. And apparently my face does suit a beard, but I don't want a beard. I just don't like beards. I don't want to be like a like an Amish beard, because I've seen these American guys, and they have these really long, crazy beards, and they look like Amish beards, and that's not me. That's just not my cup of tea. I just hate having that. But yeah, I do miss having the spiked hair and stuff. But in my old job in England, I used to have the what they used to call. I used to have my hair kind of cut shortish, but I used to have what they used to call the get out of bed look, where you could just put gel in it and just kind of do shit with it, and they called it the get out of bed look. That's what the hairdresser called it. And then one time I got blonde highlights, and that was cool. I mean, I liked having my hair blonde. You know, it was kind of cool having blonde highlights. I just wanted to do something stupid and something rebellious. And then one time I had a perm. I just grew my hair. I just grew my hair really long, and I ended up getting a perm, and it was like a curly. It was a curly hair perm. It was great. I loved that. I kind of loved having a. I just loved the. I loved the feeling of my hair being curly and having a perm. To be honest, I mean, I look like a. I look like so when I'm, when I'm from where I'm from in England, it's the Liverpool, it's the Liverpool area, and they call people from the Liverpool area Scousers, and there was always a stereotypical look for Scousers with a permed hair, and it was so funny. Let's have a look. I'm gonna post a picture. I'm gonna post a picture up of it really, just so you guys can see it. Let me save the image, and I'll put it on the StreamYards, not StreamYards, Restream side of things. There you go. Can I add an image? Yeah, I can today. So there you go. So that's what this is what they call this is what they say a Scouser looks like. They wear like a tracksuit or shell. It used to be a shell suit back in the late 80s, and it was like a moustache and permed hair. That's a fancy dress contest, and because I was from the Liverpool area, um, I managed to find a Scouse moustache and a wig, and I dressed up as a Scouser for a fancy dress party. It was really cool night. I got absolutely drunk, but they used to take the piss out of people from Liverpool, saying they had permed hair and Scousers. Never ever had a, never ever had a mullet. But yeah, that's what the Scouse look was like, basically. And they used to make fun of it, and they used to make fun of it in comedy shows in England too. So let me see this other picture if it worked. Uh, no, I don't look like that. Honestly, we all have, we all have images of what people look like. It's just that it just gets messed up. But there you go. That's for a comedy. That's from a comedy TV show, and they said Scousers look like that with the permed hair and the moustache. But that whole look comes from a British soap opera called Brookside that was set in Liverpool, and one of the characters was called Terry, and he had a moustache and permed hair. So yeah, we got that kind of. Anyone from Liverpool had that stereotypical look of having a permed hair and a moustache, and being a thief and being under, there's all kinds of bad, all kinds of bad reputation. But yeah, it definitely, it definitely, it definitely does ruin my wrecks my image. I mean, I'm just me. I ain't nothing special. But yeah, but yeah, but I do need I do need a haircut. So I will probably get my haircut cut soon. I think my last haircut was like November or something. So, but it's not too long. It's not growing as fast as I used to. But I'm not bald. I'm not bald or nothing. Um, I don't look like that. My hair's straight. I must say that's what my parent looked a little bit like that, but now my hair's just short and bush forward now. To be honest, it's nothing exciting. I've had some. I've had crazy hairstyles before in the past, but yeah, it ain't nothing special. But one thing I will tell you though is I've never grown a mustache. I never and do not want a mustache in my life. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely do not. I definitely do not. I definitely do not want to. I definitely do not want a mustache. Definitely, definitely not. But yeah, I can see you say them. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I ruined my image and picture of me. I am I am so sorry. I did not mean. I did not mean. I did not mean to. I did not mean to do that for you. Uh-huh. But no, no, no. I'm definitely, as much as a certain man baby says, or big or big or big Jeff. Yeah, because this two Jeff. We got little Jeff, Jeff the whole camp. Um, yeah, Jeff Hulk News Network, and you know what's funny is we used to have Real Stream News. I don't know if any of you guys are old school and remember Real Stream News. So we used to have Real Stream News, and now we've got Jeff the Hulk Hemp News now, uh, and we got Big Jeff, and Big Jeff always calls me a midget, a dwarf, or a midget. But I can definitely assure you, I am not. I am definitely not a midget. I said, as I said, people like to speculate. That's definitely not me. I know. Oh my, oh my God. Oh my God, aging is just. I know. I hate this whole age and shit. Aging is like one of the hardest things we have to deal with life as we get, as we get bloody older. I mean, there's people I know on here on their foot in their 40s, and they look really good. They're really good look for the age. You've been here since 2007. Yeah, I remember. Real Stream News. Yeah, he's a. I mean, there's no real. I mean, yeah, yeah, but yeah, Jeff. I'm gonna say, Maxine, Jeff the Hulk Hemp could be the he could be the new replacement for Real Stream News. He's always doing his news broadcast. We just need to get Jeff. We just need to get Jeff the Hulk Hemp. Just get him to learn how to use StreamYards. That's what we need to do. Once he learns how to use StreamYards, he'll be good. But yeah, 6 foot two, definitely does throw me out the dwarf category. Um, yeah, he's a nobody now, Maxine. What's he got to report on? I mean, there's nothing. There's just nothing. There's just nothing. He's got nothing. He's just got nothing to report on. I mean, his channel is dead anyway. Um, when did I think I've been around. I think I've been around for 6 years. I think I came around. I came around in 2019. I think it was. Um, when did I create Mama Bear Watch? And I used to have a bunch of trial. I've been around since 2019. A lot of you might you know I used to have the Mama Bear Watch Twitter account. I used to be Mama Bear Watch, Elbow Travels Watch. But I've been around for years. I've been around for years. I was Tucker the Canadian one who scammed, because I remember Tucker when I first came around. So yeah, but this, the only pe- you know, the only pe- the only people who go live now from when I came, the only people who, yeah, yeah, I head of MFW, couldn't stand her, could not stand her, didn't like her, was never a fan of her. I remember Shannon, I remember Savage, Sam Tefler. I remember the boardroom too, because I went in the boardroom on a clone account as the Porsche Bums, and they gave me a wrench in the boardroom. Yeah, and the pirate strip. Yeah, took a scam took a scam the community, like allegedly. Yeah, I'm gonna use the word allegedly with that certain person, but there was a certain other person who used to do a ladies' night, and she did the whole Saint Jude's, oh, the whole Saint Jude's. stuff. Oh, MFW's got a YouTube channel again. I don't know how long. I don't know how long this. I don't know how long this channel is gonna. I don't know how long this channel is gonna last on her, because I know she goes for YouTube channels all the time, because there's a big bunch of people who just report and don't stop all the time. But yeah, you should. I mean, yeah, post your channel. I mean, we had a few more people. I'd say post your channel up, but you feel free to post your channel up. Let me. And I might subscribe to you. Let's have a look. Yeah, there you go, Maxine. I've subscribed to your channel. I've subscribed to the channel. Yeah, I remember. I remember Wendy too. Yeah, and Wendy and Randy. Yeah, Wendy and Randy, because Punky and Facey have this really funny clip of Randy getting electric shock from a charger. It's so funny. But yeah, I remember Wendy too, because they all did this big fundraiser for Rebecca Dill, when there was tensions between Linda Dill and Rebecca, and someone called the cops out to their house, and the cops basically told them to get off YouTube, and they called her to go. They called her to go to a hotel. There was a big fundraiser to pay for her and the two dogs to go to a hotel. So Rebecca, Rebecca was, yeah, had a little bit of a vacation paid for by YouTube. I mean, it was great. It was great It was great content. But yeah, they were the days. But the first person I started watching when I came here was Rosie O'Kelly, and Rosie O'Kelly's still got, Rosie O'Kelly's still streaming. It's a bunch of different mods in there now. And there's nobody I know, and I'm sure Rosie O'Kelly's got a different audience now. But you know, I used to enjoy, watching Rosie go choo-choo, and then Mama Bear used to come on, and then the porch bums. Um, yeah, it's sad, It's I'm sorry, Maxine. It's always sad when somebody we like streaming, passes on. But yeah, it's like when people stop streaming too. It's just not, it's just not the same no more when they stop streaming. It just sucks ass. I mean, I've said it 1,000 times, and I'm gonna say it again. I just wish some of these old people who used to stream back in the old days would come back again, because, it's just the same. I'm sick of, I'm sick of the same old shit, and I'm sick of the same old shite. But yeah, um, yeah, Twisted G. You miss Mama Bear, when Mama Bear, she was this crazy woman in her 60s, and she had freaking big boobs too. And she was washing her car on the driveway with no bra on, with a big white t-shirt. And yeah, her and Rebecca used to do all kinds of shit. And she used to sell her pain pills too, and she used to call them brown eggs. And somebody used to call. There was a phone call, and there was someone asking if they had brown eggs. So the code word for them selling pain pills was brown eggs. And one day Rebecca Dill, who was into this crazy makeup, she's like a clown, to be honest. She was she was the one. She was the one who she was the one. Oh my god, she was the one who did all the crazy makeup. Anyway, she did a video going live, going to a farm buying brown eggs, trying to destroy the women. War turkey contest. The only person I remember with a turkey, and she's no longer with us. There was a turkey, and it was Mama. It was Meatball. Her name was Meatballs or something. Meatballs or meats. Oh my god, yeah. Um, but there was someone with a turkey called Mama Meat. Her name was Meatballs or something, and I heard she passed on. She claims she was a psychologist or licensed psychology or something like that, or some kind of therapist. And I heard she passed away, but she was the only, you know, Yeah, she was the only one I recall doing a turkey. I don't remember Mama Meatballs. Mama something was her name, but people used to call it meatballs or something. I don't remember cookies by the bed, to be honest. That definitely doesn't sound familiar. Let's have a look. Maxine says, "Remember when Elbow he was broke down in the swamp and Gator was after him? Someone pinged him 2 miles on the highway." Yeah, I used to have fun. I used to have fun trolling Elbow. That was so much. That was so funny. I mean, when you think about it, yeah, okay, Mama Beth. Yeah. That's it, Maxie. I'm sorry. It's been so long, and you know how it is. I get old, and names come and go. Yeah, Mama Beth. Yeah. That's it. I don't know. I used to know it as meatballs for some reason, and I don't know why. And and that's the thing that but that's the thing that comes in my head. But Elbow was there scamming when Mark Terry was pre Mark Terry days. Even though I'm sure he was a bit of a jack the lad back then. You know, Mark was probably wearing Mark was wearing YouTube diapers when Elbow was doing the scam. And there was always the breakdown scam too with the Stinky Marie. Every time he used to go down to Florida or head somewhere, he'll get so far, and then he'll break down, and then and then he'd have to do this and get the get the Stinky Marie towed, and there was always that battery scam, and Mr. Z or Mr. X, where the hell his name was, would have to come out and rescue him. There was always some breakdown scam involving Elbow. But I do remember last time he was in Florida with Tasha Teelan. Um, he was he Tasha Teelan was saying that Stinky McQueen was in really bad shape, and it needed a lot of work doing onto it, and it was going to fail any day, and it was just basically a rust bucket falling apart because of Elbow's lack of maintenance. So yeah, he got rid of the Stinky McQueen back at the time. So according okay. Do, 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 do. According to Whiskey OG, Mark was in the Fortunes community or something like that. I wouldn't even know what I don't even know what the bloody Fortunes community is, to be honest. Never, I've never heard of it, to be honest. Um, let's have a look. But yeah, they can have him back. Yeah, dear YouTube girls, we give you Mark Terry if you give us Elbow back. Um, Elbow's been up on my channel a couple of times because Johnny Portwood told him about me, and he thought I was a fan of his. And the last two times Elbow's been up on my panel, he was vile and disgusting. He had to be kicked off he had to be kicked off the panel. He was just so vile and disgusting, to be honest. And yeah, he doesn't. Elbow's one of those people where he doesn't like being told by a woman. Any female boss, a female manager, any female in authoritative permission in a position at a authoritative position does not like being told what to do by does not like being told what to do. You know, and he don't like it. Soft white underbelly interviews with homeless addicts. Definitely not my cup of tea. Um, yeah, Pasta Crew, not my. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the. Definitely not a fan of the Pasta Crew either. Definitely, definitely not my cup of tea. Definitely not my cup of tea either. So yeah, not a big, not a big fan of them either. Definitely not a big fan of them. Yeah, but yeah, they can have whenever he came back. Can we not get UPS to pick him up and put return to sender? Please return back to original YouTube community because Mark Terry claims to be Boyd. Um, nah, Mark Terry is definitely not Boyd. So yeah, he can go, but but yeah, we can get UPS, FedEx, USP. Well, he's different. Maybe we get like FedEx to ship into Afghanistan or Iraq or Iran or to Russia, or we can, we can definitely, we can def. What the problem is, all his material is copied. He stole the Rue off Elbow Travels. He probably stole off somebody else. The lights and colors he stole from somebody else. Everything Mark says on here is stolen from somebody else. And that's there's not I mean even his even the songs he sings, they're all cover versions anyway. I mean, has Mark ever written? Has Mark ever played a song or done a song he's written? He's played. He's written a song or anything he's done on his own. Only no. Yeah. So, but yeah, all his material definitely definitely stolen. Oh yeah, Stewie, if you're listening, this is just a quiet, chilled stream. Hey Bridget's here saying fuck tea bags. Yeah, we've just been talking about the old days and just what's been going on and just chatting, Bridget, because generic troll cannot sleep and he's wide awake. So good to see you, Bridget. Links posted if you want to come up. You're more than welcome to come up. Uh, but there you go. All right. Well, thank you for popping in, Bridget. I appreciate that. I wasn't sure whether you were still awake or not, or trying. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, I'm so happy that you came in to say hey, and Bridget slowly backs out and says bye. Oh yeah. Oh my God. But yeah, Bridget. Oh my God, Bridget kind of made me laugh. Bridget made me laugh the other night. Hey Missy, you're just here to troll Maxine. Maxine's got a troll. Uh oh. We got a new troll. Check it. Missy, aka is PSL, is here to troll Maxine. Oh. Well, feel free. Well, if you want to try, if you want to try Maxine, feel free. But yeah, there's a slot machine called Heidi's Beer House, and it has this song, and it goes, "Come on down to Heidi's," blah blah blah, and it goes about Heidi being a big tease, and I give my accordion a big squeeze and stuff like that. Anyway, it plays that song when it hits the bonus, and me and Bridget talked about this machine before. Anyway, Bridget's son was in a casino, and she sent me a clip of a video, but they were like singing the song on FaceTime together. But I just seen that just cheered me up and made me laugh. And then I found an online version of that machine where I can play it too, and it plays the same song, and it says, "Come on down the high." Bridget's got an emoji with a thinking face and a cloud. So, hey, Bridget, do you just hit random emojis, or do you just like voice chat or something? Tell it type as you go. Anyway, well, Missy, aka PSL, welcome to the Generic Child channel. Great to see you. Oh, I know. It's like I know. It is like a karaoke machine. It has, yeah. And the machine has the words too, so you can sing it when you do. Yeah, you can sing it when you're doing the feature too. But yeah, it's one of those catchy tunes too. And when you can sing along to the lyrics. Go, come on down. Oh my God, yeah. But Bridget knows the words better than me, and we all know Bridget has the voice of an angel too. So yeah, but yeah, she definitely has, she definitely has the voice of an angel. Anyway, I'm gonna say, anyway, if anybody wants to come up, feel free. You're more than welcome to come up, yell at me, shout at me, tell me off, tell me you hate me, whatever. I don't give two bloody craps. But if anybody wants to come up, you are more than welcome. Hey, yeah, Trisha G, when are you going live next? Because it is good to see. It's good to see that you're finally. It is good to see you're finally go. It is good to see you're finally going live. It's as I've always said, it's nice to see some new. It's nice to see some new blood going live. So, when are you going? When are you bloody going live next? Oh my God, Bridget! You know what, Bridget? I've been rambling on my own, non-stop, for an hour 5 minutes. I don't know how. I hope I'm not. I hope I'm not cutting out. Uh-oh, Moki's barking. Moki, be a good girl. I think I don't know. I hope my internet's being good. I mean, I'm sure it's your internet being screwed because nobody else has said I'm cutting in and out. But yeah, but I definitely think it, I definitely think it's you. Let me have a look. Let me do a speed test really quick. Make sure my speed's running good. Yeah, my speed's fine. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, it's your internet. So yeah, because I've just done a speed test on my phone and I'm getting 1 gigabyte. I'm getting 1 gigabyte download speed, and my upload speed is like about 300 gigabytes. So definitely this your end because I got a bloody good internet connection. I don't have no, I don't have no Boss 510 audio or Cactus internet. I'm just teasing, but I do have a bloody, I do have a bloody, I do have a bloody good connection. You okay, Moki? Good girl. Oh, you okay? So yeah, so I got this other room here, and I call it my office. It's where I keep my records, and it's where I keep my PC and all my other all my other stuff. And there's a there's a dog bed on the floor in here, and that's where Moki goes. Moki just Moki Moki just sits in here when I'm chilling, or when I'm on the computer, or when I'm playing Fortnite or Call of Duty, or playing another game, or I'm casing, or what truck shooting. Well, whatever game I'm playing, Moki's always here, and she follows me everywhere, everywhere I goes. Let's have a look. Bridget says my YouTube does that to me too. Sometimes I have to. Yeah, I mean my YouTube app was playing up today because I put Marilyn Mag stream on earlier just to see and it was buffering. I'm like, for fuck's sake! But yeah, it was the YouTube app. It definitely wasn't me, but I got a little bit scared because I've had a couple of internet issues with this bloody weather and stuff, but it's all been it's all good. It's all good. Oh bloody oh bloody good. Ooh. But yeah, oh bloody good. But I'm definitely I'm definitely glad I sound okay, Bridget. Um yeah. Oh my god, I gone bloody quiet for a second. Bloody bloody quiet, yeah, bloody quiet. Oh no, I went out. Oh my god, I bloody went. Okay, I'm getting. Uh, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Bridget says, "Was your name something else before? Why do I remember you?" I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is the first time I've seen Missy, aka PSL. I don't remember no. I mean, I don't remember this person because this is the first time here because they don't have a wrench or nothing. So definitely my first seeing them. Definitely my first time seeing them. Oh, I'm gonna go to bed shortly. Bridget, I've been dealing with this. I just said, Bridget, I've been dealing with this insomnia. I did actually get out of bed a lot earlier yesterday morning, and it was a little bit, it was a little bit easier for me to get up. But the day before, oh my god, I just was not feeling good. I just wasn't in the, I just wasn't in the mood, Bridget, to be honest. Cactus kept trying me to get, Cactus kept trying to get me to come up. Oh my, I just wasn't, I was not in the mood to go up on panel then. I wasn't even in the mood to speak to nobody. You know, there's just times where I just want to go. I don't, there's times I don't want to be a panel ho or panel ho blow, slow, whatever you want to call it. I just want to just, I just want to sit. I just want to sit in the side chat and just chill in the, just chill and hang out in the side chat. I don't want to be one of those people who has to click every single bloody link. That's just not me. It is not, you know. There's panels where I just don't feel the mood for it, or I just don't want to go on. It's like it's like avoiding people. There's days I just want to, there's days I want to avoid. There's days I want to avoid people. Same as when I get deliveries. I like getting Quokka delivery because they got instructions where to leave it on my property. Uh, um, I can just say, just leave it there. Hey, Bridget.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
I don't know why, but when I get on panels lately, they say I'm fine for a while, then all of a sudden I start, like, I guess it's me going, but I don't know. What's up?
Copy. Sounds good. You sound fine. You sound fine to me.
Am I coming in clear?
Oh my god, that crazy British accent. You're coming in loud and clear. London calling. This is London calling.
No, that's the chick, the girl from Willy Wonka.
Oh yeah.
When she says, "Am I coming in clear?" Why are you awake? What time is it there? Is
It's
it same time?
same time as you, Eastern
Oh
time,
yeah.
1:38 a.m.
Yep. My son was live on YouTube playing some video game. And I said to him, "What's the point of going live if I can't see your face? This is stupid." So I stopped
Yeah.
watching him. Because sometimes he'll cam up and have the camera on his face, But
Yeah.
then today he didn't. So, like, this is dumb. I don't want to just hear your voice. I want to see your face. So I left.
Yeah, I mean, there's people who, there's people who stream video games.
That's what
Depends
he
what.
does. But nobody knows who he is over here. Thank
Yeah,
God. I mean,
that's the best.
I just don't want some creepy fuck finding him.
Oh,
That's
hey,
all.
I understand. That's the best. That's the best way to keep them.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why I don't give anyone my and I don't give anyone my Steam or any of my gamer tags on here.
Yeah.
If it was to play online gaming with somebody, I would actually create another gaming account just to do that. To be honest.
Takes one weirdo for me, you know? You know who?
Oh, it does it. It just and it really does. It takes it takes one weirdo, or it takes one thing, one slip up by me, and somebody could find out who I am too.
Yeah.
Because there's people who are obsessive and they will watch and listen and look for clues and do anything.
Like
Do
right
anything.
now, because it says there's a few people watching, but nobody's talking.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't talk for a little while.
it's fine.
Told you.
I mean, I was. I mean, I was proud of myself because I was able to I was able to keep going for a whole bloody hour.
Oh, you can yap. Who you fooling? You're
Actually,
at it.
sometimes I find it hard. Sometimes I just go blank, and then my mind goes blank, and then my brain stops. And I'm like,
I
what the
never have
bloody?
that
I just
problem.
forgot. Yeah,
Not when I'm on panel. That's why when I do live streams, I don't even do panels because I talk
yeah.
so damn much
I
that
know
there's no point in having anybody up there. I'm just gonna talk over them.
exactly. I know. You're just non-stop. I mean, you could go. I mean, you could go non-stop for like 3 hours,
Yeah, I
and
usually
I
do about 45 minutes as my
yeah.
to an hour. That's my limit because I can't stand just sitting there feeling
Yeah.
like I'm talking to myself.
I know, and if I've done I've done public speaking classes in college and shit, and I had to record speeches and stuff. But
Yeah,
I tell you what, tonight's stream was a lot easier doing that. Me talking for an hour on my own was a lot easier than doing some of those speeches I had to do.
that's
Oh
because you're
my
eye
god!
to eye to people, right?
Well, I had to. Well, it was an online class, and so I
Oh,
had to like record on a webcam a video of me doing a speech with freaking cue cards.
God, no, thank you.
God, it was bloody horrible. Then I had to send pictures of all the bloody cue cards to make sure I wasn't cheating. Every single bloody cue card, every single cue card I had, and then I would, and then I'm sitting there, on my chair, and I'm recording this speech, and then I'm like, fuck's sake, and then something happens, and you have to start again, and then finally you get a frigging decent recording, like, freaking God for that.
No, thank you.
But yeah, that was like, yeah,
I just talk.
yeah,
You know what's funny though? Like before I go somewhere, so if it's like a wedding or a big party or a bunch of people be there, whether I know them or I don't, I get such severe anxiety beforehand, right? That it's
yeah,
gonna go bad, it's gonna be no good, something's gonna happen. But then once I get there, oh forget it. I
yeah.
yapping, I'm talking to everybody, I make friends with everyone, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm the same, I'm the same way too. It's really, it's really, you get so much, you get so much anxiety about stuff.
Yeah, we do it to ourselves for overthinking.
Yeah,
I hate it. Drives me nuts.
and it's like, and it's like when I changed, it's like when I changed jobs a couple of years ago. I had been at my old job for about over 7 years,
Yeah, you're used to it,
and
comfortable with it.
and then I was getting pissed off about things, and
Mhm.
so I went to our biggest competitor,
Oh God.
and their competitor offered me some, good hours, good schedule, everything I could have asked for.
Right.
So, I gave them 2 days notice. I'm gone. See ya. And that was kind of weird. I was anxious about handing my notice in too, to be honest. But
It's
I
not
had
easy starting over when you're comfortable somewhere.
yeah. But I had to do that. I had to do that. There was so much more good reason to do it. I was doing exactly the same job,
Right.
just doing it. Just doing things. A little bit. A little bit. You know, differently a little bit. Different. Different computers. Different computer systems. You should say.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not the job, it's the people that are there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you're
But
unhappy and
yeah.
every time you wake up and you like don't want to go to that job, it's no way to
Yeah.
live. There's so many
Oh,
other
it's
jobs
not
out there. You can always try to change it.
exactly. There's definitely. There's definitely. There's definitely time.
I
You know.
miss working so much. When I was working though, I I was by myself because I did like healthcare,
Yeah.
visiting healthcare. So, I was on the road by myself and in the houses with the patients. I didn't have anybody on my back and I loved it. I loved it because the job I had before that, my manager was like 10 years younger than me, okay? She had no
Uh huh.
idea what she was doing. She got hired out of college. She had more credit and like credibility than I did, like on paper.
Of course.
So, yeah. And like I kept trying to help her, but then when she thought she was like knew what she was doing better than me. She just acted like she did. I couldn't take it. I finally said, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm out of here. Goodbye. You can have it."
Yeah.
because it affects your life when you go home.
It does.
Because
Yeah,
you spend most of your time at work, right, with these people.
it does. And of course, and of course, and there's been times, I've been in a leadership position too,
Yeah.
and you don't get peace.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you don't get peace. There's times where you're constantly getting text messages or calls, or yeah,
Yep, I know that.
and it just gets friggin', and it just gets bloody, and it just gets bloody old. But
How what's Smokey doing? I heard
oh,
her bark a while
she's
ago.
doing good. She's doing good. She just had noise or something. She came in, but she's in here in her bed. She's just sleeping.
Mm.
But yeah, she's doing really good.
Maxie's pooped because we went to like 3 different parks today.
Oh
So
wow.
he's over here snoring
Oh
snoring away. And
yes.
then he sleeps on the other I have a queen size bed and he got the whole other side for himself. He'll go under the blankets and out of the blankets, under the blankets and out of the blankets all night long. Drives me
Yeah.
nuts.
Do you have to hand feed him, or does he eat by himself?
So he'll eat by himself, but if he has a day where he just wants to be a diva and wants extra attention, I have to
Yeah.
hand feed him.
Yeah. There's a lot of times I have to hand feed Moki.
That's a Chihuahua thing, like I was told, because I never had
Yeah.
a Chihuahua before him. So like
Yeah.
all his mannerisms and the things he does and the dramatics of it all,
Yeah.
I had to realize like that's how Chihuahuas are. Because I only had Jack, and he was like the best dog in the world. He was
Yeah.
great with kids. He was easy to train. He didn't bark too much. He, he was like easy to do everything. And then here comes Maxine. I was like, oh shit, he's a Sour Patch Kid.
Hmm.
That's what I call him. Like he's really like he'll do something like wrong or bad or fresh, and then like 10 minutes later, he's like pushing his head against me and looking up at me and being all sweet. And I'm like, you goddamn Sour Patch Kid.
But yeah, she does. I mean, she get. Oh my god, there's times where I just have to hand feed her, and I've been feeding her this food. She's been eating it really good. So she gets a little bit of kibble, and then she
Yeah,
gets this food. It's called Nature's Own, and it's like
yeah,
chicken broth.
yeah.
It looks
Does it
just
have the
like
real chicken, shredded
yeah,
chicken in it
yeah.
too?
It
Yeah,
just looks
Maxie's
like
has that.
it looks like real human food.
Yeah, it smells like it too, like
Uh,
chicken. One day I was like, I wanted to make
yeah.
chicken salad, and I was looking at it. I'm like, should I try? Like it looks so real. They say human grade. But yeah, no, I give that to Maxie sometimes too as a treat. Yeah.
So she's been eating that with kibble, and I've been like bloody hand feed. I've been hand bloody feeding her it too, like hand feeding her the bloody chunks of chicken. The chicken. It looks
Yeah.
like real chicken breast too. It's all white meat too. It's none of this
Yeah.
dark meat stuff. And then finally she start bloody eating from a bloody bowl. But you little prissy little spoiled little thing. Hey, I'm doing good. Long time no see. Thank you for popping in. I'm doing good. Just haven't been going live as much, but I got with it Discord, and I've just been going around a few side chats. But it is good to see you. Hope you're doing well, and thank you for popping in. Hope you're doing good. But yeah.
I was giving Maxie the Little Caesars one too.
Uh huh.
They have the same, and now they have one. It's called warm bowls. So like it's the same thing with the broth and like peas and carrots and shit in it with chicken, but
Yeah.
you have to warm it up. I said I'm not doing that because watch, if I give him one, he'll want his food heated every damn time, and I ain't doing it.
Oh my god,
So
warm
I was
balls.
like, I am not giving him that. It
Oh
says
my
right on
god,
it,
warm
warm it up.
balls for dogs. What's it? What's it coming to? What's it coming to?
Yeah,
But
I used to make Jack, because he was a Westie, right? He had a lot of allergies, so I used to make big batches of like homemade dog food for them.
yeah,
They didn't want it. They want like the cheap, shitty, nasty dog food, and that mother chucker lived 20 years, so it
yeah,
wasn't that bad for him. You know what I
because
mean?
people always go on about this and that, because like one of the things about like certain um one of the things about cheap dog food is like certain brand of cheap dog food kit, but one of the first ingredients is corn.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
corn,
wheat, flour.
yeah, it's just a filler. And corn
Mm-hmm.
does nothing for corn does nothing for dogs, and it causes a
Nope.
lot. It's
They
a,
can't even digest it.
yeah, and it causes a lot of allergies as well.
And
So
my Jack used to eat dandelions all the time, right?
yeah,
The tops of the weed flower, you know.
yeah, the
So
other things, yeah,
so I was like, why? So I googled it one day, and it's like Tums for them. It's like a digestive
yeah,
medication for them. So in the spring and fall, I would collect them all, right? And I
uh-huh.
would dry them out, and I would shake it till the seed fall off, and then I would sprinkle some on his food during like the season that they weren't growing, and fresh ginger, and it helped his belly.
Yeah. Ginger's great for human bellies too.
Oh yeah.
And
He
I
hated the ginger though, like the taste of it. He would get a piece of it and he would like put his tongue out until it would fall out and he would
yeah.
spit it to the side. I was like, you little shit, you found it. I wouldn't even try that with Maxie. Oh my god, he would never eat again if I tried to trick him with something like that. He's so dramatic. I told him I'm gonna get a little dress from that says I'm a princess. He's gotta be the most dramatic damn male dog.
That's the kind of thing I get for freaking Miss Smokey, a freaking
Yeah.
princess dress or princess pink jacket. But I don't know. I think she would look. I don't. Hey, Jersey girl, good to see you. But I think she would look a little bit. I think she would look a little bit too foo in it. You know, because I don't know whether pink would suit her with her being that brindle color.
Yeah. She's more like purple or
Yeah, that's why her harness is that purple. That's why her hair harness is like a purplish color. But she don't
yeah.
seem like a little pink fruit. She don't, even though she acts sassy and like a little bloody princess, spoiled little thing, she definitely doesn't. Yeah, she definitely doesn't suit pink to me. To be honest, I think
Yeah.
purple. I think purple with a
She's
bloody
more of a badass than Pink.
yeah. But yeah, she's a little bloody badass. But she likes to freaking help. I've said in the past she helps herself. If I'm eating something on my plate, she will help herself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maxie would rather have human food too. My sister's dog that lives downstairs, the puppy. He's 1 year old now though. The
Yeah.
one that looks like a teddy bear. So
Yeah.
he got fixed the other day, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he has to wear the cone of shame.
Oh, that's a
So
pain.
Maxie, well, he kept getting out of it, and I was actually telling my brother-in-law about what you went through with
Yeah,
Moki getting out of it.
yeah,
And he had to get a different one, but Maxie, because the dog never stays still for Maxie to like smell him, right?
yeah.
Because he's so hyper. So Maxie's taking advantage while he's got that cone on, and he's sneaking up behind him and like smelling him and like getting near him and getting close. And then by the time Chip turns around, Maxie's already gone.
Oh,
Taking advantage of that poor little baby being with the cone of shame on his head.
that's what, yeah, that's what Moki was like. Moki was like freaking Houdini.
Yeah, because
Everything,
he's so tiny.
everything you were put on, everything you were put on that bloody dog, any cone or recovery vest, she will bloody get out of it. God, that was oh my God, that was that was torture getting her done. It's a lot more it's a lot more easy getting a male dog castrated than it is getting a
Yeah,
bloody female bloody spay, to be honest. Even the whole bloody
yeah.
oh my God, yeah.
And there's a lot more to it for the female dogs too.
Yeah.
A lot more pain and work. But he now that they got it, they had to get a different. And I said to them too, I'm like, this is like the third person that I know that like the vet sent them home in this like regular just cone that doesn't even fit them,
Yeah.
and they had to go out and like buy a different one.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like they should make sure
Yeah.
the vet should make sure that's the right size. They can't get out. It fits them
Yeah.
before they just send you home.
I know hair cone was the tiniest they had. It was tiny, but it's the
She's
string,
tiny.
because they tied it with, they tied, even getting a recovery vest for her was a struggle too. Really, trying to find, trying to find a size too. So she's so freaking tiny. Even extra small can be big on her sometimes
She's a
because she's only.
Maxie's problem is like his body's bigger, but his legs are so tiny.
Uh huh.
So if I get him a little shirt, the pant, like the sleeves on it, is always so long, and then the body don't fit them. So I'm like, God dang it! So I have to get him a shirt with like longer arms and then roll them up.
Yeah.
So it fits him. Where's Cactus? Have you seen him today?
He was live. He was live.
Oh, he was.
Sometime. Yeah. He
See, I
was
was
live.
I was
And
out all day, so I don't know
yeah,
what
he was
happened
live
around here
sometime.
today.
I forgot what time it was, but he was live. I think he's been live at least. He's been live at least once or twice. Today. He was live before Marilyn Mike went live, and I think he was live. It might have been this afternoon. He was live, to be
Oh,
honest.
I didn't even know Marilyn Mike went live. See, I've been out.
Um,
I went out
yeah,
at like 3, maybe
yeah,
3:30, and I didn't
yeah,
get home until like, well, when I
yeah,
say home, I mean like back up in my house because I have to
yeah,
stop on every floor on the way up to say hello and talk to this one and that one, and
yeah.
I didn't get back up till he is. I think it was like almost 11.
Yeah, but yeah, he went. Yeah, he went live. Then I went in the side chat. He tried to get me to come up. I just wasn't feeling. I just wasn't feeling good. I just wasn't in the mood. I was
Well, I
wasn't.
don't. I think that you guys to even talk about anything, it doesn't have to be public either.
Yeah,
But I don't know how you guys would ever. I don't know how you would talk. Not, but you can always set up a live and not make it public and just send a link. He could do that too.
yeah. But yeah,
You know what I'm
but
saying? You know, I
I'm
know,
just
I know.
gonna
You
take.
get me. You know what
I'm
I'm
just gonna
saying?
take. I'm just gonna take things slowly and just go in his side chat for now and just see how things go.
Yeah, that's
You
a
know,
good
I'm not.
idea.
You know, I don't want to jump on. He's not. He's not banned from this channel. But
Good.
and he's not. But you just gotta see how. I don't know. I just want to take things time. I just don't want to go up on this panel. I like my best friends. I
No,
don't know. I don't feel. I don't want to get
I
that
don't
too.
listen. I don't do that either, right? And the ones that do, if you
Yeah.
notice, the same thing keeps being done to them over and over and
Yeah.
over because they
You
forgive
know.
so easily.
Yeah.
And and you know what I told you last night.
Yeah. I know.
So
I mean, what you said. What you said made. What you told me last night made sense. And I've got
mhm,
nothing. There's nothing. I can't. I just can't disagree with it because it's
yeah,
true. It's true, and it does. And it does make sense. But I just think the best thing I can do is just be cordial with him,
yeah,
and
that's
just see
all.
how things go. But I don't want to be going. I just don't want to go up on panel. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wasn't feeling good today.
Yeah,
It wasn't until it wasn't until later on I started feeling a lot. I started feeling a bit better. Hence I went live, and I just really ain't been, just ain't been, feeling good. Um, but I was all right. I had the grocery orders today, and I had the rotisserie chicken and some loaded mashed potatoes. That was my
yummy.
dinner today.
I always get those chickens too. They're like $5 all cooked.
Yeah,
And then the first day I'll just eat it like that with nothing, just like eat it by itself. But then the next day I'll make something with it, like chicken
yeah,
soup, chicken salad,
yeah.
buffalo dip, something.
It's so
Because
good.
I
It's
can't
so
eat
good.
too much of it.
I
So
have to.
it
I
is
have.
good.
I mean, I can cope. That's why I like eat. That's why I like eating chicken. I can. My stomach can. I can cope with chicken, and I can. I can cope with. I can cope with mashed potato. So it was like. It was
Yeah.
like a five. It was a $5. $5 chicken from Walmart, and they've got this new. They got this new loaded mashed potato. I tried that. I put that in the
Oh,
oven, and
Walmart. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's where I get mine sometimes too.
yeah, and well, the problem is, it's cheaper to get the chickens at Walmart because the Kroger delivery service doesn't deliver hot chickens unless you use Instacart,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then Instacart's a lot more expensive than it is.
We don't have a Kroger around here, but I have a pretty big, like, supermarket like that, like, right
Yeah,
around the corner.
yeah,
And they do those chickens too. So if I'm out, I'll grab one,
yeah.
but I'll get a Walmart one once in a while.
And I had to share with Mo. I had to share with a certain dog.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
When I used to get them, the two of them used to come right over and
yeah,
sit down like it's dinner time. And I was like, this is mine. I knew better. I
that's
made
what.
a video, I think it was yesterday or the day before, because I had dog fur all over my shirt, and that idiot that makes accounts of me was
Yeah,
like, "Oh, you're so dirty. Look at your clothes. Don't you clean them?" So I made a video. Listen, motherfucker, The dog hair is an accessory of my fashion, and
Yeah,
I love it. Okay,
it's honestly, it's
I
true.
don't care.
It's part. It's part.
Yeah.
It's part. It's part. It's part of owning. It's part of owning my dog. Of owning the dog. I'm always,
Mhm.
my, yeah, you
And
know,
my son's wedding, right? The dress wasn't even like near maxi. I got ready at the venue. The night before we were at a hotel, and
yeah.
then I still had a few dog hairs on the damn dress. I said, "Jesus, I just carry it with me." I even showered and everything. It's like part of me is
Hey,
just
Kimberly.
there. I don't care.
Yeah.
Some loser who ain't shit to me is gonna say, "Oh, you get dog. Oh, you dirty." Yeah. And then he says, "That's what everybody's been saying about you. That's what everybody's been saying about you." I'm like, "Yeah, okay. I'm sure everybody's just talking to you privately, saying I'm dirty. Fuck out of here." Speak of the devil.
Hey,
Look who
Cactus.
it is.
But yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. My dog. My dog's comfort. My dog's come first.
Of course.
If I'm gonna have, if I'm gonna have, lucky enough, Moki's only £4 and some change, and
Yeah.
she's got tiny short, she's got tiny short legs. The only thing she has is those bloody black nails and a bloody pain in the ass to cut.
Oh God,
Which is
yeah.
why I like getting, last time I took her to the, last time when she went for a checkup,
Yeah.
um, you know, I got her, I got her nails trimmed. I got her nails grinded at the,
Of course.
I got her nails grinded as well at PetSmart.
Hey, hold on,
It,
hold on, hold on. GT, what time is it? Two what?
2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah. All right, Cactus. So go blow a goat in some kind of farmlands because it is 2 a.m. here in these United States of this kingdom. Okay, bud? So I don't know what you're talking about. We don't speak, shite tonight. Okay?
It's seven
Today.
o'clock. It's 7 o'clock in the morning in the UK.
Is it?
Uh, Yeah,
The fuck's he and why'd he say it's morning, not night? Oh.
because it's morning. It's morning over there. He'll be
Well,
there
it's
watching.
morning here.
He'll be there watching TV. He'll be watching TV. Yeah. Well, I'm supposed if
He's
I'm only a
watching the view.
midget, if I'm a midget cactus, then yes, she's supposed to be. She.
Yes. Oh
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I forgot about that. You're like 6 feet tall, and this
Yeah,
guy's
6 foot,
calling you a
6 foot.
dwarf.
Yeah, six. I'm 6 foot bloody two. And Moki's got short legs, and so
That's the
she's only
best
freaking.
thing.
She's only £4 and some bloody change, and I'm a midget. I'm a bloody dwarf.
You carry her around in a purse. That'd be funny. A bag.
Yeah,
I would pay to see that. But because your hand was weird in that picture, the video, you're a dwarf now.
yeah.
And
But my
so what
hands,
if you were
but my
like
hands were big, not
I?
small.
It's
I'm
just the
pretty.
way the video was. Like,
It
you know what
wasn't
I
even a
mean?
bloody. It wasn't even a bloody. It wasn't even a bloody video, was it? Let me pull that picture up.
Oh, it was a picture? I thought it was a
Yeah.
video of her. Oh
Well,
no, it was a
I
picture.
did put a bunch of pictures in a video. Let me find the bloody picture. Let me click on
Oh
my bloody.
God, we gotta
Let me
start this
click on my.
back up again.
Let me click
But
on
you know
my.
what's so funny to me is like the ones that say the most are the ones we've never ever seen too.
Yeah, it's
So
funny.
who cares?
Yeah, I gotta find this bloody. I gotta find this bloody picture. I don't even know where the bloody picture is, to be honest. I don't ever see my hand on the
Cactus,
picture.
I didn't watch it, but I keep seeing like people posting videos about the girl that played Snow White or something. But I gotta see it. Oh my God, my sister just got this badass tattoo, okay?
Yeah,
It's her whole back calf, the bottom. It took 6 hours. And do you know what a dream catcher is?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Those things that make bloody noises. Yeah, with
Yep.
feathers and
Well,
stuff.
that's a
Yeah,
wind chime.
yeah, wind chime.
A
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
dream
yeah,
catcher.
yeah.
No, I meant a dream catcher. I'm sorry. What did I say? Wind catcher? A dream
Yeah,
catcher?
okay, yeah, I know. I know what you
Okay.
mean.
So it's the shape of Mickey,
Yeah,
and then hanging from it is like a feather on each side, and then
yeah,
in the middle it's like and it's small, right? So whatever hangs from it, it's a glass slipper for Cinderella,
uh
a
huh.
rose for Belle, a poison apple for Snow White, and
Yeah.
something else. So it's like all her favorite Disney princesses, right? And then
Hmm.
in the middle of the dream catcher is the Lion King sketch from the Lion King, because that was my son just got his first tattoo like last year, and that's what he got. So she
Uh-huh.
got that on her too in the middle, and then what else is it? It's like it's the detail because so the dream catcher is supposed to be rope.
Yeah.
In the detail on this thing is fucking insane. I'll have to show you. I'll send you a picture. It is crazy. I don't even have one tattoo. Do you know her first tattoo she ever got was my son's name?
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I don't even have that. I don't have any tattoos. But she's all tatted up. She's got them all over. But it's the whole back half of her leg. It's insane. But the detail in it is so nice. It took
Oh,
6 hours. I was like,
6 hours?
damn. Yeah,
Bloody hell.
6 hours. It's a nice tattoo though. It's detail. I remember like she got a tattoo because our mom had passed, right?
Uh-huh.
And we're 10 years apart, so she's really younger than me. So she was like my problem teen, okay, because my mom had already passed. So obviously I was taking care of her, whatever. And she got this tattoo on her arm that was like said mom or whatever, right? So I was like, Jesus Christ, what are you gonna do now with that? Go join a goddamn bicycle gang? Become a lesbian? What are you doing here? What's with these all these tattoos on your arms like you're in a bikie gang? She's like, no, it ain't. I was like, and I did the whole, I figured because this is what my mother would say. So I did the whole, what are you gonna do? Cover yourself in that? And what about when you get older? What when you become a mother? So now she's a mother and she's got more tattoos. She gets
Ugh.
it didn't make a difference. So whatever.
I don't have no tattoos, but I'm sure one day I could I might be tempted just to get a $10 tattoo in Vegas just for a bloody joke.
Cactus, you shut your face. You listen here, bud. It doesn't matter. And listen, I don't have any tattoos because you don't put a bumper sticker on a Bentley, baby. You heard me. So I don't have no tattoos on me. But she does. And she is fine. Okay. I'm trying to it's gonna drive me crazy now what the other thing hanging. He said ice for frozen. I think I can leave this, go to my pitches, and not drop. Let me check. Let me try.
Let me
All
have
right.
a look. Let's have a look. There you go. There's my midget. There's my midget arms. Hopefully she don't draw. Jobs, no jobs for midgets. It's like Boys from the Black stuff back in the
Am I back?
1980s. Yeah, you're here.
Okay, it's a lamp for Aladdin, like
Ah,
the
okay.
genie lamp.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, it was gonna drive me crazy on what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lamp, like a lamp for Aladdin.
But yeah, there's my midget arms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, Moki is tiny, and your arms look big only because you got that tiny little dog on there.
yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly.
I think that's so funny. I mean, you know what, Cactus, lay off the midget stuff, bud. Do you know how tall I am, butthole? Huh? Do you? I bet you don't.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget. Well, don't forget, dwarfs and midgets have rights too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also there's going to be, well, I don't, they say they don't like to be called that, but this is what it's called, midget wrestling. So they have that close to my house. I think it's next weekend. So I'm gonna try and go get myself a little side gig, Cactus. Okay?
Of course.
Yeah,
I'll
he's
be.
gonna be fatty patty 2x4. GT can't get his ass through the front door.
I've been called bloody. I've been called bloody worse. I swear.
You're supposed to say, I've been called worse by better. That shit don't bother
Hey,
me
hey,
none.
hey, wild German lady, Alice Clare, and Guten Morgen, wie gut bist du? That's about as much German as I know. I apologize. I only did.
Say that again? I thought my phone was skipping.
I said, okay, so I said Alice Clare, German lady. I
Yeah.
said Guten Morgen, and I said wie geht's bist du? And I said that's about as good as my German is. I only
So
did
did you say good morning, German lady? Did you eat stew, or did you say good
no
night, good evening, German lady? Did you let
Alice
Stewie
Clare is
record
like
you?
all Alice Clare is like all clay. and then
All is okay.
yeah, and then Guten Morgen, of course, is good morning, and then Wie geht's bist du is how are you, and then
Oh.
you say ich bin gut, danke, which is good, thank you. I did German for a year, but we used to have German TV back in the when we had satellite TV in England.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we used to watch all the
And
German shit. I still couldn't. Yeah,
is
French
that
was
all
my
you
I
know?
was good. I was good at French. French was my language when I was in high school in
Me
England.
too. I kiss that way. My
Yeah,
fries are that way.
yeah, but yeah,
Cactus, I know, but I didn't see it. I can't watch listen, I'm gonna tell you a little secret, Cactus. Don't ask me about no goddamn movie that's not just comedy. Cause if I could laugh through the whole thing, fine. But if I gotta goddamn sit there and try to watch a movie that's I can't do it. I fall asleep. I cannot do it. I either get bored and I'll be like, okay, let me just check my phone for a second, right? And then that's it. I'm on my phone and the movie's over. Or I fall asleep. I can't do it.
it happens. There's one movie I see at the movie theater, and if the movie theater ever did refunds, I would have asked for my bloody money back. And that was Cloverfield. That was the worst. That was the worst movie I've ever seen. Bridget, she gone. She waits quick. But yeah, Cloverfield. Cloverfield was the worst movie I've ever seen. Alice Bestein. So I did German for a year, so my vocabulary of German is very limited, unfortunately. I was more, as I said, I was good at French. So yeah, I was really good at French. So. But nice to see you, wild German lady, if you're still here. Yeah, so I'm from England originally, but I've been in the States for like 16, 17 years maybe, and I do have German descendants too. My great grandmother's family were German, and they moved over to Liverpool, England. They were pork butchers in Liverpool, England. So yeah. Do, 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 do. But yeah, anyway, guys, I'm probably gonna end this stream. I've been going for like an hour 47 minutes, and it's like 2:12, and it's like 2:12 in the morning, and I don't know what happened. I mean, if you want to come back up, Bridget, we'll chat for a little bit. I don't care, but there she is. Hey, what's up? Uh-oh, is my internet working? I don't know what happened. I'm hoping my internet good. Hey, Evo girl. Hey, Evo girl. It's kicking everyone. It's kicking everybody out. It's kicking everybody off panels. Can someone come up and just test my bloody panels working? I guess it was the Lord. I guess it was the Lord above telling me it's bedtime. I'm gonna stay for a little. I'm gonna stay. If anyone wants to come up, I'll stay for a little bit longer because I still don't feel like going to bed just yet. I'm starting to get sleepy, but it's only if someone comes up and talks to me. If not, I will definitely be going to bloody. I definitely will be going to bed. Cactus did try to come up, but and that I don't know what's going on. It's like it's kicking everyone off. Hey Bridget, can you just come up, or Evo, or anyone can just come up and make sure it's working okay? Because I'm getting a little bit I'm getting a little bit paranoid at the moment that stuff's not working, or I want to make sure everything's good on my end. So if anybody can do that, that will be bloody good. Cactus tried to come up, and Eva girl's here, and then there we go. Make sure it's working. Hey, I just want to make sure it's working.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just talking to you, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, I know.
it said
Because I
it
was
said
yeah.
connection.
Because
It said connection something, and it was saying
yeah.
like trying to reconnect, and then it just dropped me.
Hey,
Who's this?
it's Cactus.
Wait, you can see me now, or I thought I was still kicked off.
No,
Yeah,
no,
your
no,
picture
no,
looks
no.
just like you.
No,
Nothing.
it just kicked Bridget off, and then it kicked you off, and I wanted to make sure stuff was working, and I didn't want you thinking I was kicking you off when I wasn't in the bloody first place, to be honest. So that's what I was trying to. That's
Well,
what I'm trying to do.
there you
But yeah, I'm
go.
not honestly, Cactus. I'm not kicking you off. I promise you. It's got to be I don't know if your phone don't like like
No,
the
it's not. It's something else because as I'm here talking, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
On my phone screen, it just keeps clicking on saying access front camera, access back camera, access front camera, access back camera. It's just like going crazy. I don't know why.
It sounds like Restream's been a bloody pain in the ass, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nonstop. Like everything it's popping up. Like access front, access back.
Yeah.
Listen, Restream. I don't let anybody access the back, okay? And no, you can't access the front either. That's kind of private. Goddamn.
You tell it.
I feel like I'm being sexually what is it?
Sexually
Harassed by
harassed.
Restream here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Better than being
harassment.
by Realstream, I'll tell you.
Yeah, being harassed, being sexually harassed, and yeah, I
I
get it.
honestly, dude, I honestly think you need to go back to.
The, the problem with StreamYards is the V version doesn't give you a lot of stuff, and that's the big problem. That's the big problem. That's the big problem with StreamYards.
Restream said, "Not today,
Not
sir.
today's sake. Not
Don't put
today's
your
sake.
shite. Yep. Don't say
No.
that word up here, bud. You said the bad word." Oh my
Not
god, that's
today.
so funny.
Not today, Satan. Not today. Not today, Satan.
Nope.
Let's see if this works.
Not
Testicles,
today,
testicles, 1, 2,
StreamYards.
3.
Why does it keep doing that? Why does it keep bouncing people? Do you know?
I don't know. It's being
No, I don't know.
it's being naughty. Because I've
I don't
never had
because
that
this is
problem.
this is almost a span new phone, so it can't be the phone's fault, and it's not the internet fault.
It's
No,
not the phone. It ain't the
it's not the
phone.
phone.
It's a freaking Restream
Cactus,
issue.
is your screen on your phone right now saying like connect front camera, connect back camera, cannot connect? Does it keep saying that? Because it keeps popping up on my screen.
I swear. Now it's Kit Blood. Now it's Kit Bloody. Now it's Kit Bloody. Now it's Kit. Now it's Kit Bloody Bridget. Now it's Kit Bloody Bridget off. Sounds like a friggin' pain in a bloody ass. Bloody stupid, bloody Restream bullshit. But yeah, it's like, oh my god. Let me click on the link on my phone and see if it does anything. It sounds like it's been a complete pain in the bloody ass. Alrighty. So Eva Gal, how you doing? Anything new with you? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Let's have a look. Let me see what's going on. Make sure everything's working. Bloody YouTube crap. Yeah, it sounds like I don't know why, because it's the same. It's still using the same web browser, just like StreamYards does. I don't like StreamYards to be. I could do a new stream. The problem is the free version since the Italians took over StreamYards, it's got worse. You're limited to what you can do on the. I'm not surprised you gave up. You're limited to what you can do on the basic version. It just sucks. It just sucks bloody. It just sucks bloody. Sucks ass, to be honest. Let me try it on mine. Let me hide my bloody. Camera permission denied, which is fine. So it works, but it works on mine fine. All right, I'll start it back up on StreamYards just for you, just to be bloody nice. Give me 2 minutes, everyone. I'll be right back. I'm gonna start another stream on bloody StreamYards. Give me a second.